we are so loved by the communists. Because if we were just journalists or just political commentator, I do believe they could buy us. They could give us money and we would live in a heaven. But we are not journalists. As journalists are not. As prostitution journalism is quite silent. So when I started this news channel, we created also a course, online course. My YouTube channel from 2014 until 2020 reached 1.3 million followers. Both shows, morning show and late night show, together 500,000 views daily. We were beating CNN. I know it's not a big deal, beating CNN, but we did. And after Bolsonaro was elected, we were discussing everything that was happening at the Congress without any makeup. They seized my house twice. The first time my wife was pregnant, 9 months. They pointed a gun, my wife, my family. They asked us if we would have drug and money at home. But they found diapers of my daughter and our camera and microphone. That's all they had found. And notes, of course. So after the second time they seized my house, I told to my wife, we know very well what communism is capable of. I know what they are capable of. So I'm going to expand my company in America. And you are coming after me. We're going a few weeks after that. But that was the beginning of the pandemic. And the embassy, the US embassy in Mexico is still open. I started doing all the papers over there for my wife and my family, my kids. But my daughter almost died from meningitis. And then they couldn't be able to come to the United States. I came for a business meeting with Epoch Times in New York, and I received an email from the U.S. Embassy in Mexico saying they would be shut down due to the pandemic restrictions. So I couldn't be able to finish my wife's papers to come almost a year after that. Alexandre de Moraes ordered my arrest and deportation, putting my name on red notice on Interpol, canceled my passport, froze my assets in Brazil. I was the first with all these actions. Paul suffered that too, Rodrigo Constantino, and a lot of others, journalists and regular people that didn't do nothing politically. They're a psychopath. They don't care. For example, if I don't have ways to feed my family and take care of my daughter, who is recovering from meningitis. Even some platform of fundraising in the United States, I was banned. So I was banned from Wix, PayPal, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever, you name it. Every social media platform have somehow ordered from Alexandre de Moraes to destroy my life, after destroying my company, 17 employees. I needed to call them and say goodbye and take care. People are afraid to take pictures with me. If I am even outside of Brazil, so for example, if there is a meeting here and some Brazilian will be here and take a picture with me, they will be afraid to post it on social media because their house can be seized and searched just because they took a picture of me. And this is not a figure of speech. I'm literally saying this is the level of persecution we are facing in Brazil right now. Because communists, they really know they can play with politicians. They can play with some journalists, but they cannot play with people that are determined to die for freedom. They are afraid of this kind of people. If you compare what communism is doing here in America, in Europe, in South America, there's one thing that you need to pay attention to understand what is the difference of the strategy and tactical differences. Doesn't matter that much because they don't change. But why the United States is capable to hold these earthquake that communism does all the time. And Olavo gave us an answer. The United States kept the same education before the United States was born. So liberal arts still exists here. It's a fairy tale in South America. It's a myth in Europe. So the higher education the United States still have freedom to do If you decide to do that outside of America, you will not be allowed to do it. So you cannot create a university in Brazil. Private? No. So this is the main reason all the Olavo students are so strongly persecuted. Because we want to teach no matter what. And this is the characteristic of the United States of America. It's not the divided power, the branch of power. All of these institutional changes just helped what the founding fathers really wanted here. To keep moving with freedom. Repeating many things that happened before them. The Bill of Rights, the Magna Carta in the 13th century. So if you keep the education before all this revolution started, you really will have amount of people, or let's say the amount of people, enough amount of people to fight communism back. It's impossible to think you are capable to do anything against communists if you do not have at least a specific number of smart people and elite. It's impossible. You cannot defeat communism with dumb people, period.